Okay, so here I am. I just finished up his blow drying. That's the last section. And as you can see, his hair is totally stretched. So I'm going to take it down so you guys can see what I end up with. And I've gotten really fast over the years I've been doing this. This used to take me hours, but this took me about half an hour, which is pretty incredible. So that's his hair stretched, which you can see is a huge difference than what we started with. Kind of has a Bone Thugs and Harmony thing going on. It's the Thuggest Rugged Bone.
Hey, I didn't ask you to sing that.
Whatever. Anyway, so we're going to take a little bit more of the shea butter and coconut oil, and I do this, and then when I get to braiding, I just get to braiding. So I'll rub that all through the top of his hair like that. So, right. And then I do it on the end a lot. Just get that in there. Run it through. Oh. Meet you at the crossroads, though we won't be lonely. All right.
Okay.
Yep. Great. Okay, so here we go. This is how we're going to braid. Now, I just do a little half moon shaped part here. Put the end of a rat tail comb like this, and I just scoop out a little section in a curved shape. Similar idea to a box shaped part, but as you can see, do that. I just take the rest of his hair, I clip it out of the way. I get regular box braid. I take one section. I try to have 3 sections that are similarly sized. So just eyeball it, but there I end up with one section, end up with a second section, which is a section in the middle, end up with a third section, right? I overhand, and the reason I overhand is because he likes how they lie better. They seem to lie flatter when I overhand. Ironically, I'm actually faster underhand braiding, but you know, overhand is what he prefers, so I do that. All right, so this is how I start, and I'm going to try my best to explain this, so bear with me because I've never really thought about explaining this. All right, I take this one section here, and I switch places with the center. So the right section becomes the middle section. Then I do the same thing with the left section. The left section becomes the middle section, right? When I'm starting at the base, I make sure I'm nice and snug. Right section becomes the middle section. Left section becomes the middle section, right? I pull it a little tight. Right section becomes the middle section. Left section becomes the middle section. And I do that. Right, middle, right? Obviously, I don't do that when I don't talk to myself like that when I'm doing it. But that's what I'm doing. So this is an overhand braid. Your typical old hair braid that mama used to put in your hair when you were a kid, except a lot bigger, or a lot smaller, I guess for now, a lot bigger when your mom used to do it. Right, so that's what I end up. I get to the end, I braid as far down to the end as I can. Babe, lean forward just in case you're not in the shot, I don't know. So I get to the end, I'm braiding. This is where it gets, you know, in the middle of the braid, it's not that hard. Just come all the way down. And as you can see, because I blow dried his hair, it's lying, it's already, as you can tell, a lot flatter. You'll see it a lot better when I let go. I get as far down as I can, like that. Right? When I get to the end, I always give it a little twirl, I don't know why. Bam! That's what it looks like. It is bone straight, it is lying flat. That's it. So I'm going to show you guys one more so you can see how I build the parts. I just scoop out a little piece. So let's do number 2. I scoop it out. I grab. You want them all to be the same size. So that's obviously a little too big. So I'm going to repart it like this. Grab what I need. And I'm going for a kind of curved, scooped shape on the part. You know, sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. But either way, it still is a lot faster. So that's my second section. I'm going to clip this out of the way for myself. And so y'all can see. Right? Can you guys see that? Right? And let's do a second braid. One section, 2 sections, right? And let's start now. Left becomes the middle, right becomes the middle. Left becomes the middle, right becomes the middle. Whoops. Left, right, left, right, left, right, like that. And if you practice this on yourself or on anybody else, it gets faster. Like I said, I'm a lot faster underhand than I am overhand, but for the sake of preference, this is what I do.
I thought that you flipped them over.
I don't.
No?
Because
Okay.
it's confusing after a while. Like if I flip it over, it's still, it becomes confusing to me, and I still find the little, the twist in the braid starts showing up, if that makes any sense. So I just leave it overhand.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it. Now, if I had not blow dried his hair, the ends of these braids would not be lying flat like this. They would be in a little curly Q on his head, and he hates that because that looks,
That's not cute.
that's not cute.
No,
That is
sorry.
not women. Okay, now here's the thing. For me as a woman, I don't care. I'm a girl, so curly Q is fine. But for him, he doesn't like it. So there you have it. So I'm gonna just show you real quick. That's the first two braids, and I pretty much build parts across and start scooping new parts going up his head, and I do that over his whole head. So I will be back when I get near the end. Okay. All right. Bye, y'all. All right. So, babe, when I'm done here, what do you do after this?
Pretty much just go upstairs, line the hair.
So you line it with the clippers,
Yeah, just line it with the clippers.
which is obviously for men. Women don't really do that because it makes you look real masculine.
Yeah, so, yep, just fade it and line it. That's pretty much it.
And then how do you sleep with it?
Oh, always have to tie it down in several different places. One very tight here in the back, and then another one that holds the ends together so that the ends don't get crunchy and curly.
So you, okay, so basically you pull it back into a ponytail
Mm-hmm.
with one of the little soft scrunchies I have, and you
Mm-hmm.
put one in a ponytail and you put one at the ends.
Correct.
Right. And then what do you
also,
tie it with?
satin scarf.
A satin scarf. You have little lock sock kind of satin things too, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So just, that's what he's using. He's using a satin scarf or a little lock sock situation. Okay. And there we are, totally done. One thing I wanted to do before I finish this up is kind of show you guys the pattern that happens. So if you could turn your head a little bit. Do you guys see that? The part pattern. It's little half moons. They're little curves. And I just did that all the way up to his hair, through his hair. When I got to the front, I made sure everything was going kind of in the right direction. If he turns to the back, you see that's what he's left with. It's all kind of going in this direction, which is not bad because eventually, you know, he likes to wear his down like that. He likes to wear it like this, obviously a little neater in a ponytail, half ponytail, and then he'll pull it back like that sometimes too. So tonight when he ties it down, some of these ones that might, you know, not be lying perfectly right, they will get fixed and they'll be looking really nice. The other thing is to just make sure that when you do the front of the braids that you're paying attention to how they lie and that they're done neatly. And the last thing, if you could turn your head just a little bit, babe. The last thing I like to do on him is to make sure he has the center part right there. So that one I kind of make sure that it's the center part just because it looks really nice. So that is all I have, you guys. That's how I do his braids. And usually, how often do I do these for you? Once a month?
Yeah, about once a month.
Once a month. And how often do you wash them?
Just kind of depends as needed, but you know, ideally you want to, I guess, wash once a week, once every other week, just kind of depends.
Right. Okay. So, as you guys see, I just put some of my shea butter mixture on his ends again. That's all I have. Thank you guys for watching so much. Stay tuned for a few photographs of his hair. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.